Have you ever really watched a chicken? I mean, beyond seeing them as just chickens. What if one day, the most common animal on Earth, the one scratching in our yards and packaged in our stores, suddenly woke up with our kind of mind? Not just a flurry of feathers and clucks, but strategy, memory, a language with real intent. Chickens already live everywhere we do. They read each other's moods and navigate complex social orders. But give them human-level intelligence, and the barnyard stops being background noise. It becomes a nation, spread across billions of bodies, hiding in plain sight. It starts with their eyes. Chickens see colors we can't, down into the ultraviolet, catching details we miss. Add human-level reasoning to that, and vision becomes analysis. A hen scanning the yard doesn't just see movement, she models it. Wind in the grass? Ignore. A cat in the hedge. She clocks the distance, the angle, and maps out escape routes. She learns which humans bring food and which bring cages. Those tiny differences become data, and data becomes a plan. Sound becomes code. Chickens already have alarm calls. With intelligence, those signals expand into a complex vocabulary. A short, clipped note isn't just hawk. It's hawk, east, low, take cover behind the barrel. The soft trills from the roost at night aren't just for comfort. They're a roll call, a news brief, a planning session. The coop is no longer a pile of straw. It's a boardroom. The pecking order would evolve. It would still exist, but now rank would carry responsibility. Top birds would coordinate foraging parties and guard the young. Lower status birds wouldn't be bullied. They'd be assigned tasks. You, with the small frame, check the gaps under the fence. You, quick and quiet, map the cat's patrol. The dominant rooster is no longer just a swaggering show-off. He's a manager with a ledger in his head. And what about tools? Intelligence isn't tied to opposable thumbs. It's about problem-solving. Imagine chickens wedging pebbles to prop a door slightly ajar, or rolling a marble to distract a cat. They could learn to rake straw strategically to cover smells that attract predators. If you've ever watched a hen study a latch, wait, and then try again after you leave, you've seen the glimmer of it. Patient, deliberate, certain there's a way. Now multiply that by billions. A few intelligent gorillas can hide, but chickens are everywhere, embedded in our lives. The first signs of this shift wouldn't be dramatic. A farmer might just think, wow, best flock ever. He wouldn't realize the flock is quietly running itself, optimizing everything from feed consumption to predator avoidance. Culture would catch fire. Coops would develop their own schools, where chicks learn not just where to peck, but why. Stories would emerge, parables about surviving a harsh winter, or how a particular flock outsmarted a fox. Flocks might even trade information with each other, creating vast, silent networks. And then there's us. We'd notice the patterns. Eggs that are too clean, too perfectly arranged. Feeders that stay full longer. A latch you know you secured is suddenly just almost closed. You'd chalk it up to coincidence until you set up a camera and watch a beak tapping, testing, and nudging a mechanism with careful intent. So, would intelligent chickens rebel? Not with banners, with leverage. They're prey animals with a survivor's mindset. They wouldn't fight, they would negotiate through behavior. You provide a bigger run, they stop testing the fences. You bring fresh water on hot days, they stop hiding their eggs. Pressure flows both ways, always toward a balance. On massive industrial farms, the shift would be seismic. Enormous flocks would develop whisper networks, managing their own populations to reduce stress and improve health. Managers would notice that a barn with one calm, patient worker has better outcomes. Policies would change, not because of protests, but because smart flocks reward good treatment with efficiency you can measure on a spreadsheet. So, what would our world look like? Backyards would run on packs instead of fences. Farms would hum with networks we can't hear. we'd learn that cooperation is stronger than control, and that the smallest mind, multiplied by billions, can bend the rhythm of a planet without ever raising its voice. It leaves us with a simple choice. If the birds at your feet became your neighbors, would you treat them as partners? Or would you just keep pretending you're alone in your yard, while a quiet government of feathers runs the day more smoothly than you ever did? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this thought experiment, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below.